Good morning. We are back on the Mountain Morning Show, and I'm with Deb and Jim with Prudential Real Estate. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. It's
Chelsea.
good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Good. And you're going to tell us about how to invest in like condominium. So we're going to start off with that. What are the things should people consider as far as their tastes go, what they're looking for? What does someone need to consider when considering that choice?
Well, that's a great question, because this time of year when there are so many visitors in town to go skiing and enjoy all that the mountains have to offer, the first question is, after they spend a couple days here, is how do we get to own a piece of this paradise? I mean, this is
It's
pretty
gorgeous.
special.
It's so pretty.
Exactly. So then they begin to explore, what if we bought a condominium? So that's kind of what we're here to talk about this morning.
Oh, great. So, Jim, what is kind of the process?
Well, the first thing you want to determine is perhaps what price range you're in. And from there, what location makes sense to you, and what type of a unit, what size of a condo makes sense for your needs, for your family, or for rental, or for whatever. And you kind of put all that together, and then as approaching a realtor, you give them what your needs are, and then they will zero in. We will zero in on where that might best be, and it might be, I want to be on a golf course, it might be slope side, it might be Old Town. All different ranges, all different areas.
So this morning we actually brought a condominium that we have listed, and it happens to be at Snowflower, which is slopeside at Park City, and it's a rare 5-bedroom slopeside. What's most important about that, it just demonstrates just an example of what's available on the market. Do we have
we have it up there on the screen.
Perfect. That's a 5-bedroom unit. It's right at slopeside at Park City.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
what's most important is that it has good rentability. It has great location. It's close to the bus route. It has all things that a typical buyer, somebody coming from out of state, would anticipate seeing or would like to see in buying a condo here.
Very good, yeah. And we're just looking at these photos. They look so roomy. A lot of space there. If you have a family, want to bring friends over, that would be just
in 5 bedrooms.
Yes. Really? Okay.
5
well,
bedrooms.
That's perfect.
Right.
Then.
And there's, I think, 3 in the whole that whole development. So that makes it a real rare
nice.
find. Yes, under $1 million. That one.
Very good.
Yes.
So tell me, how would someone, I guess, approach their relationship with the Homeowners Association as a potential buyer? What would they?
Good
segue.
We were just going to discuss what you want to investigate. Obviously, you found a project, you found a particular condo that might work for your purposes and zeroed in on that. Then you want to investigate the Homeowners Association. And you can do that through the realtors. We've got the information. We can put you directly in touch with the Homeowners Association, but we gather that information, first of all, to find out what those dues are. They may be quarterly or they may be monthly, and specifically what they cover. Do they cover
snow plowing,
shoveling to your door?
Exactly.
So those cover
firewood.
the potential costs involved with
that's part of the cost to own here is the Homeowners Association dues. And one of the big things that you'd want to look at as an investor is, what are their reserves? Are there any special assessments coming up? In other words, is the roof need replacing? And is there enough money in the reserves to cover that?
So, and that kind of goes into how does someone plan on paying for
Exactly.
and doing everything.
Good point.
So specifically, you want to look at those fees, but what we gather for that potential buyer are the minutes from the last homeowners meeting. Actually, we go back 2 years. So the homeowner can, or the potential homeowner can read what has happened in the past couple of meetings and anticipate what issues there may be out there, what might be forthcoming. As Deb mentioned, what assessments might be coming down the line. Assessment is something that is above and beyond your typical monthly payment, meaning, say they need a new roof on the project, and if they haven't gathered enough in the reserve fund, as we were referring to, then they're going to have to assess everyone. And they obviously take the number, divide it up by how many units there are, and then each unit is assessed accordingly.
So there's a lot of important factors that go into making a good choice on this.
And your best guide through that process is your local realtor, whether it's Jim and myself or whether it's somebody else. But it's really important to engage in that realtor, because if there's somebody that's been here a long time, a realtor, they're going to know special assessments, garage issues, water issues, anything that's pertinent to that development. They're going to be your best guide.
Definitely, because the people come into this and they're new to it and they just don't really know what questions to ask, and they don't want to get stuck in a situation where it just wasn't what they wanted, and you guys want to help people find
typically,
what
and
fits
they
for
come
them.
here and they feel the love, they get the emotion going. It's been a wonderful family vacation, and they want to own or they want to participate in a piece of that feeling, in a piece of paradise.
Definitely.
But it's a much larger picture that if you get the right realtor, they're definitely wonderful at holding your hand through the process.
Great. Thank you so much, Deb and Jim with Prudential Real Estate. So thank you so much. Some great tips for people to take into their purchasing decisions for that. So thank you.
Thanks.
Coming back after the break, we'll have some more awesome video and footage for the FIS World Cup at Deer Valley.